All right, let's go ahead and break this lick down. So we had a lot of questions as far as how do we implement scales to become musical and how we put it in basically like chord progressions and how do we construct songs. So what I wanted to do in this episode here was to pretty much break it down in a very kind of theory-based and then also a very easy way to approach songwriting. So this has a little bit of Funan inspired as well in this lick. So basically, B minor. This guitar is tuned to standard. We've been playing a lot of E flat lately on streams, but I personally like to play standard tuning. Oh, don't tell them though. So essentially what this is in B minor, and I think the reason why I've been playing a lot of things in B minor, in the key of B minor, is because I've been playing a lot of 7-string. So what we have here are the notes in B minor. I'm not the greatest at reciting it, but let's go ahead and do this together. So you have the root 1, B, note 2 is C sharp, third note is D, fourth E, fifth is F sharp, the sixth is G, seventh is A, and then you're back to your root. Number 8, B. So essentially in this pattern that I just played, these are the following chords that I use. So you got the 1, E, G major, 6, you have D, that's the third, and then the fifth, or I'm sorry, the 7th, the A, and then you go back to B minor, and then I have the 5th, F sharp, really fast, and then back into it. So that's where the classical kind of feel comes at the very trail of the little N lick right there. So these are the notes that we're going to be playing to get up to that chord in B. So you got your 1, 2, 3, and the 5th, and then you're going to copy that 1 degree up, and then one more time, but instead of playing that 5th, you're going to be playing the 4th right there, and then going back. And if you wanted to end the scale in B, you can just shift up right there in that manner. But what we're doing is that since the chords are changing, the next one's going to be G major, so I wanted to implement the root in the first note starting, and I'm just going to descend in that scale in that way. And then the next note is going to be D, and then same thing. And then the next note, A, and then, and basically B. And then the F sharp, you got these back to B. And that basically resolves that whole musical pattern. So essentially, the reason why it all works out is because I'm basically picking out the chords to play with the notes that are reflecting in the B minor. And basically just descending and creating a sense of just musical notes to make it a melody. And essentially if you are descending or ascending, it's going to sound pretty musical just depending on how you implement the notes. If they're all going to be like 16th notes or quarter notes or eighth notes, or have a few odd notes in there, basically that's going to make it a little bit more musical because it's not really a monotonous kind of like an error loading kind of thing. So it makes it really musical. So you can try that in different keys and try to figure out, okay, you want to try the 1, 5, 6, the 1, 4, 3, 4, 7, 4, And that's basically how you create your different progressions. So with this, like I said, very reminiscent to one of those solos from In Flames. I forgot the song, which is kind of weird, but it has that kind of a thing. It's in Jester's Race, December Flower. There you go. So he kind of has that kind of ascending thing. Same thing you can use for the, right, like Paul Gilbert. Yeah, it all works out. So it kind of helps you with like fretboard visualization and remembering. And I can't talk right now. I have a big canker sore on my tongue. So I do apologize if I'm slurring. But other than that, I'm going to slow it down. We'll see if Conan gets his video next week. And technically, I'll see you guys next year. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.